So, welcome to our fifth live session. So, we're sticking to our Friday live. So, yeah, today we're going to be talking about protective hairstyle and how to grow your hair quickly. So, I think I would put on a chat box. Let me try and figure that out. How to put on a chat box so you can answer your question. Okay, so I'm going to type any any hair related questions, issues slash questions. I think that's what I'm going to put. Yeah, so this can be a Q&A, and also, yeah, I think that's what I would do. Yeah, any hair related issues slash questions while I talk about protective hairstyles and how you can use that to reach your hair goals faster, because honestly, that's what has helped me. I think I've been using protective hairstyles exclusively for a year and 9 months. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And if you're new to my channel, you can check it out to see the progress and everything that's been happening with my hair. But protective hairstyles, honestly, they've helped so much. So let's run through the whole talk on protective hairstyles, how you can pick the right protective hairstyles, how long you should keep it, your takedown process, and everything you need to know, especially like for reaching your hair goals and particularly retaining length. That's what we're talking about, how to grow your hair. Also, if you're coming onto the live, you can leave any questions, any hair related issues you have, questions, but the topic is how to grow your natural hair and reach your hair goals using protective hairstyle. So let's start off from the beginning. I know a lot of people have like horror stories on protective hairstyles, their hair breaking, just a lot, like their hair falling off from a hairstyle, everything. So the first thing you need to know is your type of hair, whether you have fine hair or thick hair strands. It helps you understand the type of protective hairstyle you should be doing for your hair. So initially I had no idea I had fine hair, so I would always have like big jumbo braids, changing my hairstyles frequently. My hair was constantly breaking, falling off. Even though I see a lot of new growth, my hair was doing so bad. And that was because I was using the wrong protective hairstyle. So if you have fine hair, your go-to protective hairstyle should be lightweight hair. If you want to add extensions, lightweight extensions or no extensions at all. Hi, dance with Kelosh baby. Hi, welcome to the live. If you have any questions, you can leave that in the chat box. I have a poll up so you can actually leave your questions. So right into it. So if you have fine hair, your go-to hairstyle should be no extensions or very lightweight extensions, because your hair is so fine and any added weight can cause your hair to break. So the reason why I was able to retain more length on my fine hair was simply because I cut off extensions. Like for a year I did only braids and mini twist especially. It grew my hair so much. If you leave a, because I'm going to be saving this video, if you leave a comment asking for my recap video on how I use mini twist to grow my hair, I will definitely send you the link, because it's like way down in my channel, so I'll send you the link for that. But mini twist helped so much. And also medium braids, these were my go-to hairstyles. After doing that for a year plus, I got a little bit tired, so I started researching on lightweight extensions that you can use on your fine hair to actually grow it, and I found a bunch. So the first one I found was French curls, but there's a hack to it. Like, you can't make it the same way you see it online. How I do it is that I simply have my natural hair as a braid, then do feeding of my French curl extensions. So it's not technically as in the braid, it's just as a leave out. So I will also link that video after saving this on my channel so you can check it out. And also what I have currently now is kinky twist. Like, I did kinky on my hair. There's a hack I used to do it, so I don't know how I'll explain it, but it's not the common way you see people making their hair with extensions, I added a little bit of twist so that I can actually cut this off and just have my braids on if I want to. So I have the option of keeping this and also cutting it off. So now that's for fine hair. If you have thick hair, having thick hair doesn't mean you can get away with doing a lot of hairstyles or doing like heavy hairstyles. Also note that if you're using or doing the wrong protective hairstyle for your hair, whether that's for the installation process, if it's tight, so much tension manipulation can also cause your hair to break. Even though you have thick hair strands, it can cause your hair to break a lot. So also note that when you're doing a protective hairstyle, make sure that it is not tight, no manipulation. It is not, because most people like when their hair is tight and they feel that, okay, I have a protective hairstyle on, it's meant to be tight, it's meant to be neat, but all that tension on your scalp is going to cause a lot of breakage. And I'm sure like everyone has experienced their hair simply falling off or the braid falling off from their hair. So it is not supposed to be happening. So even though you have thick hair strands, you can actually still damage your hair. Note that. So I spoke about knowing your hair type first when picking a protective hairstyle. The next thing is, how long should you keep that protective hairstyle? I know, like, I was also one of them. I would change my hairstyle every 3 weeks. It doesn't even get up to a month, I'm onto the new hairstyle. So that can cause your hair to break also. One thing about natural hair, it grows half an inch every single month. And if you want to get to your hair goals faster, you have to retain that length. So you can't be changing your hairstyles every single month or every few weeks. You will not get to your hair goals. So what I would always recommend is keeping your hair long term. So I've tried keeping my hair for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and the best is actually 3 months. It works so well. You don't experience matting, you don't experience tangles, your hair doesn't lock up. If you're consistent with your routine, you would not experience that, and you'll be able to retain more length. So when it comes to length retention, how it works is that if you can reduce breakage and manipulation, you're retaining more length, because we do not get much. If your genetics is not working for you, you don't get much, you get half an inch. So if you get half an inch every single month, anytime you're doing your detangling, you're doing your routine on your hair, no matter how careful you are, your hair would still break. So imagine you're getting half an inch and you're changing your hairstyles every 2-3 weeks or a month, and you're losing that half an inch. How are you going to reach your hair goals? You're not going to reach your hair goals. So your hair is constantly growing. That's why you always see like new growth, everything, but you're still wondering, why is my hair still stuck at this length or is it even getting shorter? It's because of the duration of your protective hairstyle. I have a 3-month hair growth challenge on my channel. I've been doing it for a year, 9 months now. And honestly, I can testify that it actually works. Like, my hair has grown so much. So you can definitely check that out. Like, it works so well. So you should definitely check it. It did a lot of wonders for my hair. So that's why I would say that long-term protective hairstyle should be your go-to if you want to retain length. The next thing is your routine. If you're in a protective hairstyle, most people would be like, I can get away with not doing anything to my hair. My hair is in a protective hairstyle, so I can get a break from it. If you do that, when you're taking it down, you would see your hair falling off. One thing about natural hair, it thrives on routine and moisture. So if your hair is dry, your ends, the oldest part of your hair, would split up, and if they run through the length of your hair is breaking as it's going. So you need to make sure that your hair is moisturized to prevent that. And how you can do that is having a weekly routine. Hi Lorian. How you can do that is having a weekly routine. You need to make sure that you're either moisturizing your hair this week and next week you are washing your hair. That's how I do my routine. If I do a moisture routine this week, next week still wash the routine, the other week moisture, same as it goes. So every single week I'm doing something to my hair. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm trying to prevent my hair from developing split ends and eventually breaking off. So in that protective hairstyle, you need to actually create a routine for yourself. I think I'll do a separate video on how to curate a special routine that is unique to your own hair, because I believe that everybody's hair is unique, and you listening, taking advice from someone similar to your hair type, hair prostate, can help you curate your routine, and you also listening to your hair would help you with that. So that's one thing I'm going to say. The next thing is that after, like, in your routine, incorporating treatments have it has helped my hair a lot, especially if you have fine hair. Because of how your hair is prone to breakage, you need to find treatments that will strengthen your hair strands, and also treatments that would help you reduce hair loss, that is strengthening your hair strands, helping with moisture. I would always recommend using a treatment, because you can't go wrong with using treatment. Deep conditioning, hair masks, hair rings, herbal oils, all of this contribute to that. So that is all part of your routine. So the last thing in a protective hairstyle, you picked the right protective hairstyle, you've kept your hair long enough, like for 3 months, you've been consistent with your routine. The last thing is your takedown process. This is a very important step, because if you're keeping your hair long term, no matter how careful you are, your new growth and where your previous braid started from, there'll be a little bit of, no, I won't say matting, but if you're not very consistent with washing your hair, you can develop product buildup, and also dust buildup is a thing. So you have to be very careful with taking down. It's not something that is locked, that is impossible to take down. You just have to be patient and take it down carefully. So make sure that when you're taking down your hair, first off, make sure your hair has a good sleep with. So what I've used is that a product with a good sleep, like using your conditioner or using flaxseed gel, they both help a lot. Like I've used both of them and it works so well. For my mini twist, I always use flaxseed gel because it has a great sleep and it works with unraveling my twist without any breakage. But for my braids, I've used conditioner only, conditioner and water, and it works so well. And when you're taking out your hair, if your hair gets dry, you can always go in with your spray bottle water to keep it moisturized, and take down your hair carefully. Make sure in. But anyways, that is the end of this video. If you have any questions before I log out, because I actually have something to do, so I just wanted to quickly come on my live because I want this to be a weekly thing. So if you have any questions when I save this video, you can leave that in the comment section. And yeah, that will be all for our live session. I will catch you guys next time. I know this one's a short one, but next week we should have a Q&A session. So I will definitely post on my community tab for my subscribers, and also for anyone that comes on, you can leave your question, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye everyone. Thank you for joining the live session. Bye.